Hello everyone. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. It's Rad. We're gonna have a weekly on our hands. So the weekly is for July 1st up until July 7th, the week that we are about to enter. We here in Europe we have already entered in it. And the first thing that I'm going to do, this is going to be, as per usual, the collective reading. The cards I drew a few hours ago, just so I can use them for the thumbnail. You can see them there. I'm going to show them to you anyway here on a camera. And the first card that I drew for the week, that is 8 of Pentacles. Followed by the second card here, which is the 9 of Wands. And then the third card I drew, that will be 7 of Swords. Okay. So these three cards. And that week will revolve around inconveniences. For a lack of better expression, maybe I should try to explain the things to you through examples. Say you have an undertaking to make, something personal. You have planned that this week you are gonna build a house, okay? Or that you have planned that this week you are gonna have a nice holiday, whatever the case, right? So you do have a plan. And you do make your preparations so the plan can take place, right? But it will turn out that there are going to be inconveniences that you will have to fit in order that plan to go forward, say, in immaculate fashion. For example, you will have to do a favor so you are allowed at work to go on a holiday. That's just for example, okay? Or, I don't know, say again, you know, you will have to do a favor so you can be connected to the best broker that can help you buy the land where you are going to build a house. So there are going to be inconveniences which are going to be selfless inconveniences. What I mean is that you are going to have to do something for somebody which is gonna pay back by allowing you to further your agenda, by allowing you to do your preparations, by allowing you to, I don't know how to put it into words, you know, everything, a single thing, like every undertaking has its own details, has its own merits, has its own sides, or if you will, has its own aspects. And by yourself, you can't fit all these aspects. By yourself, you can't attend to all the details. But there are going to be those who can help you with the details you can't handle. But in order for them to do so, you will have to do, again, a favor, something for them, which is going to happen to be inconvenient to you. And so that's going to be the week about. Well, these inconveniences, now that I think of, say you're preparing yourself to apply for a visa or something like that, and turns out that there is a paper that it is missing, right? And that is an inconvenience, and you have to kind of like go forward and ask people to help you with that paper, but they're going to ask you something in return, and which is going to be inconvenient again, and so on and so forth. So there is going to be, this is a week of inconveniences, but it is for the greater good, or these inconvenient, fitting into these inconveniences is gonna pay off a big time for all of us who fit into those inconveniences. All right, so that was the collective reading. Bear in mind, guys, there are going to be 12 readings just like this one, one for each star sign. I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with Pisces. But again, bear in mind, these are going to be readings for your star signs. They're not your personal readings. Therefore, the info, how applicable, or how can I put it into words, how strong the information from these reading is going to be to your situations. Well, that depends. Obviously, you know how strong is your star sign, where your house is, and whatnot. Okay, so use these informations more as a guidance than anything else. But if you do wish your personal situation to be interpreted by me through tarot, you can go to my website, which link you're going to find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you can see a full list of my services as well, their pricing. And based on your budget and as well your needs, you can go for whichever one suits you best. Now, other than that, if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support us, you can do so using Super Chat or PayPal. The link for the PayPal you again are going to find in the description down below, and anyone who does so is going to get a reading at the end of the stream. That's pretty much guaranteed, just like Yasmin did. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you for the 40 US dollars with a 2 questions here. Thank you, Jasmine. Anna, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Anna, to you too. So let me put you into the list, guys. Hello, Cinnamon Kiss. So the first question is, all right, so you have a friend. Okay, that's the first one. And the second one, how long will my current roommate gonna be living with me? Okay. Well, that second one is gonna be finicky, Jasmine, because you know you're following me for a very long time, and you know that tarot cannot make choices for anyone, and for how long, that is pretty much up to your roommate's decision. But the cards are gonna show a how can I put it into words, a relative time frame. Well, it is hot, isn't it? We do have some kind of a heat wave here as well, so I am kind of like cuddling beneath the air conditioner, because otherwise it's just unbearable. I can't live. I just can't exist in hot weather or in hot environment for that matter. All right, starting first, we do have Aries. All right, Page of Swords, the Star card, and Page of Wands. So the inconveniences for you guys are gonna be about I do believe that that's gonna be an idea, right? So you are gonna have an idea, a really good one, an idea which will help you, allow you, or straight away is gonna cut off a lot of concerns and a lot of issues, a lot of problems that, for example, your business is facing, for example, your relationship is facing, or whatever situation within the family. Quite gainful idea for what I can see, idea that's pretty much can be executed immaculately, that is going to fit with your standards, is going to fit with your criterias, and whatnot. It's gonna carry on for a very long way. I mean, it's gonna carry you on for a very long ride. Issue is convincing those around you, and therefore you will be not forced, but kind of resort to doing selfless acts for them, so you can earn their trust, because that's the only way how you can convince your spouse or your family member or your business partner to trust you with that idea. It's just blind trust for them, because no matter how much you try to explain it, it's just they ain't gonna be able to fathom that. So that's gonna be your challenge here and your inconvenience, Aries. All right, moving next, that's gonna be Taurus. Okay, Jasmine, I get it. The tarot cannot see further than 1 year, right? So, Nine of Swords, Three of Wands, Four of Pentacles. So it's for you, it's relinquishing. You know, it was very this reading is very reminiscent when me and my brother were little. Okay. And I started playing with a toy, and because he was younger than me, for example, I was 6 and he was 2, and he sees me playing with a toy, and naturally he wants to play with the same toy, you know, and I just kind of happen to relinquish it because I am the older brother. And what happens is I find another toy that I do have a bigger fun with in general. And so what happens with you, Taurus, and that's going to be the inconvenience, is that you have to relinquish something, whether you will have to relinquish your car or your client, okay, or I don't know, a place, a sport, or just a position, whatever the case, but you will have to relinquish something. And that relinquishing will allow you to face the beautiful music of settling for more. And that's going to be the favor that you will have to do throughout the week. Maybe you will have to relinquish a position. You know, your girlfriend wants to go somewhere, you don't want to, and that's your position. No, we are staying home. Well, probably you will have to relinquish that position in order to have that leverage afterwards to ask for something of yours. But yeah, that's something that you will have to face here. And for what those cards are showing, you know, you may kind of like see it as a big deal, like it's gonna have a quite of a tough consequences for you. I don't want to say serious, but a kind of tough consequences for you. You will have to powerhouse through some kind of a time frame of boredom or whatever, right? But it's not gonna be that bad. And in fact, many of you actually might like it. Wow, cinnamon kiss. You know what? I do training, but I train with my own weight. For example, I do squats, but with no weights. I do as many squats as I can. Push up, push pulls. We call them buckets. You know, I don't know how they are called in English. Where you do have on the two bars on the bar pair, it's just You do that motion on it. Somewhere they call them hammers, I believe, as well. Yeah, I don't know. No, it's there is nothing involving sitting in it. All right, Gemini. Uh, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and Three of Cups. It's gonna be a good inconvenience. It's gonna be a good inconvenience for you guys. Imagine the situation. You know a person, for example, you know a guy, and you don't have exactly the brightest opinion for that guy, right? I mean, in fact, you would rather strain away from that guy, but don't you know it? Throughout the upcoming week, it happens that you cross paths, whether on a cumulative project, whether, I don't know, on a party, whatever case, you do cross paths with that guy. And go figure, it happens that this guy actually changed a lot. It's quite likable now, in fact, very charming. And it's gonna be a super pleasant surprise. Quite convenient though, because it will kind of like make you question your own judgment for how you assess personalities and people in general, and what kind of people you are associating yourself with, and so on and so forth. So it's going to throw you into a brainstorming your own social representation, if you will. But other than that, it's going to be a super pleasant surprise. At the very least, it's going to bring back the faith in humanity into you. And one more thing here for you, Gemini. I mean, that week, this isn't going to be an inconvenience, though. Well, it could be, now that I think of, but what I'm trying to say, it is that some results are going to come faster than expected. And so there will be a crunch, okay? But it's going to be a good crunch. Well, Cinnamon Kiss, if you don't take roids, you can never look as a guy. Because women, they do not produce large amounts of testosterone, and testosterone is what makes muscles shredded and big and so on and so forth. Okay, so if you don't take roids, you can never look like a man, no matter how big weights you lift. All right, I Cancer. By the way, Mattia, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Mattia. Let me put you into the list. And as well, News Devon. Thank you for the £5. Let me put you into the list as well. Well, yeah, no, it's not a big commitment. Well, it is, because it's all about mindset. All right, Cancer, five of cups. Then it is the King of Pentacles, and then it is Two of Pentacles. It's about unfinished business. Okay, actually not unfinished, skipped. Well, it is still unfinished. What I'm trying to say it is that a few days ago or a week ago or a couple of weeks ago, you have decided to skip something, thinking that it wouldn't be important, it wouldn't matter, right? And you can do without. Well, it's going to turn out that you can't actually do without. And well, you can, but the results that you are chasing, whether results in your business or whether results in your love life, will be diminished, and it's gonna be disappointing. I'm not gonna lie to you. According to these cards, quite disappointing. It's gonna turn out that you do have more work to do, or well, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Well, it's going to turn out that you're not as far as you think you are with your development and with your undertaking. And you're going to have a choice to make, whether you're going to swallow the loss or you're going to try to make up for it. You can definitely make up for it according to these cards, but like I said, it's going to take more efforts on your behalf. Or you can simply swallow the loss and just move on. It's going to be entirely up to you. But again, guys, for you, Cancer, it will turn out that you aren't as far as you think you are with your things and with your undertakings. Okay. Next, that's gonna be Leo. King of Swords. Five of Swords. Judgment. Well, this could manifest at least in a couple of ways, in a couple different ways. One of them is serving the bad news. Like, for example, say you have a business and there is that guy working there, okay? And while the guy is a nice guy, actually it's really, really good guy. I mean, it's polite, it's nice, it tries hard, but it just isn't enough. And you know that it has a mortgage and 3 kids and a wife to feed and whatnot, but it's just it doesn't make any sense keeping that guy around because it's not doing the job he's supposed to do because he just can't, right? And you have to serve the good news, the good news, the bad news that unfortunately, how do you call it? We cannot support your contract moving forward. So that is one way how it can manifest, and it's kind of like inconvenience because you would really feel for that employee if we're following the example. Now, the other way how it can manifest, also a prominent one, is that you are going to be told that you are overreaching or overstepping yourself or overstaying your welcome, right? And now that I think of the third way, it is that you are going to be make aware again through some kind of a debate or a whisper or you name it, that actually you're about to be betrayed. you have trusted the wrong guy or the wrong woman or whatever the case. Okay. So one of these three things, but whichever one it is, one's kind of like it's set into motion and you deal with it, then there isn't gonna be any, let's put it that way, dead weight in your life. And it's just your life will become quite well-oiled machine moving forward. All right, that was Leo. Next, we have Virgo. Just give me a moment. Okay. Well, that week, yeah, it kind of sucks. Right, Virgo, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, King of Cups. It's really good for Virgo. It's really, really good. Mm. So this week, you will be required. Okay, you will be required. It could be through a cry of a help, or well, it's gonna sound more like a an offer or a proposal, but it is actually a cry of help. Like for example, you have a friend that you love quite much. That friend tells you, "Hey, you know what? Do you want to come and work for me?" While actually, in their mind, they're saying, "Please say yes. I mean, I need you so damn much, right?" Because you were gonna be required somewhere where it makes you happy. It is like you're gonna be required to do a maintenance on a source of your happiness, something that it is yours and no one can take it away. It can only weather away if you leave it unattended, if you leave it with a lack of maintenance. And that's going to be the week where you will have to do, or you are going to be required from somebody to do the maintenance. Like for example, the person you are with tells you, "I need you now." All right, I need you, and you have a really good sex and you spend a really quality time together because they need you. All right, and you just do the maintenance over your relationship and you have a really good time, super pleasantly emotional, and it's just fulfilling and satisfying, and it's just joyful, and you're going to experience fullness of life through it. So you might ask, where is the inconvenience here? Well, the inconvenience is that you will want to, or at some point throughout the week, you will want to do something different. Okay? It's like you want to, for example, have some time on your own or try something different as a hobby and so on and so forth. But that's not going to be the week where it's advisable, because that's the week where you need to make a sustenance. Is that your guy, Cinnamon Kiss? All right, moving next. Libra. Seven of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. And Seven of Swords. Six of Swords. I'm sorry, not Seven of Swords, but Six of Swords. Give me a moment. It's like skipping a step. Or rather taking a shortcut. It is taking a shortcut. And you will be hated for it. So what happens here, Libra, is that this week, whether because, well, it's going to be because of it. Because you're going to happen to be at the right time, at the right moment. And with the right people, which will make a unique opening for you to have a shortcut. To have a shortcut to the position you want, to have a shortcut to the heart of the person you want, just to have a shortcut to get a hugely elevated position. That really sucks, News Devon. It's awful. Missing your transport. Wait, you're in England. Are the boss driving so late? I mean, here is till midnight, and then there is no public transport until the morning. Anyway, so, and you're going to be hated for it from the other people. They will think that it is unfair. For example, you have a shortcut at work, and your colleagues start kind of like keeping grudge, kind of like keeping grievance, you're starting to develop grievances towards you. Think that you are a, I don't know how you call it in English, like the preferable one, so to speak, you know, like the one with the silver spoon and whatnot. And it's actually, that's a major thing, because these people will try to stab you in the back. I'm sorry, not in the bag, but in the back. They will try to stab you in the back. It's gonna be awful, because, you know, these people that are so-called friends now are gonna be enemies. But other than that, like I said, super unique situation where it's just you're gonna end up being at the right place at the right time with the right people. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. All right, Scorpio. Two of Wands. A Eight of Pentacles. And the Sun. Ah, god damn it. Glad to have you around. Yeah, they do. It's actually really good for Scorpio. It's what the card says for the week is that what was started is gonna have a further development. For example, say you start dating someone or somebody, and that's going to have a further development into this upcoming week. And in fact, this development is going to be super unobstructed. You wouldn't believe how easy and how lightheartedly it moves forward. And same thing about the career as well. What I mean is that whatever you have started recently into your career is going to have a further progress throughout the week, and that progress is going to be super unobstructed. It's just things are going to happen super easily, and it's going to bring a monetary success to us, to Scorpio. One minor problem is not going to happen exactly as planned. Okay, there are going to be some let's say it that way, things we want to bring into it or do into it, which will happen to be a bit unnecessary. So they're going to drop off the plate. For example, we want to bring a friend into the matter, but it's going to turn out that it is kind of unnecessary, and there is no place for that person in there. So we can't, and it's a bit inconvenient, but we are going to have to live with it. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good week for you, Cinnamon Kiss. All right, Sagittarius. Five of Pentacles. The World. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, I don't know about how it is in England with the airports, but actually people here in Bulgaria are bribing to get a job at the airport. It's so prestigious. I don't know why. I mean, the salaries are quite big there relative to the rest of the country. Even being a cleaner there, you know, the guy or the woman that is cleaning the toilets and the floors and whatnot, it takes considerably more than his colleagues anywhere else. And I mean, consider like twice or thrice of on the top. All right, so Sagittarius. Well, it is a condition here, which is going to be condition period. For example, you want the job, well, you gotta do that with yourself, though. This is going to be condition in regards to your lifestyle. Like, for example, you know, you have a talk with your wife, and she tells you want to stay with you, okay? You want this marriage to work, stop drinking, okay? Or stop messing around with your friends. Or stop kind of like giving your life to your work. Because, for example, we need you here as well. It's you're not married for your job, you're married for me. So there is going to be a condition that regards to your lifestyle, which will be inconvenient for you at that point, okay? But actually fitting into this condition will resolve a lot of your domestic problems, like mundane problems that we are facing, that you are facing, Sagittarius, every single day. And it's going to bring a lot of content and as well harmony in your life, especially into your relationships. And if that condition is about your job and about your career, it's going to bring you money. But this condition, it's final, right? There is no talking around it. There is no going around it. There is no changing it. You can't silver tongue your way through it. Consider it like your final chance. All right, Capricorn. In fact, cinnamon kiss, my moon is in Sagittarius, which I do believe one of the moon's manifestation is your day-to-day routine. You know, it's that's your kind of like daily planet. So I don't know. I mean, it could come from few places. In fact. But if you think that I'm going to cave in, or whomever thinks that I'm going to cave in, they better think again. Or should I say they have another thing coming. Okay, Capricorn, the moon. Death. Four of Cups. Yeah, it's Four of Cups. Oh, it's a huge thing. Okay, it's a big inconvenience for you. Because there is gonna be an ending here. That doesn't mean that this is going to be a definitive ending. What I mean is that there could be an ending of a phase, which is most likely, okay? And then jumping into a new phase. Like, for example, ending on a phase of being on a month-to-month contract and signing up an yearly one, right? Or it could be ending up a phase of dating and start living in together, like moving in together. And where the inconvenience is gonna lie is that you just won't be able to answer yourself why. Okay, why suddenly is that change of heart? Why suddenly, you know, one or the other, or you know, some kind of a situation turns out to be that way? And that's gonna make you feel uncertain, to say the least, very suspicious, and emotionally insecure about a certain future. So that's going to be a huge inconvenience. But what kind of like moves underneath it, what is the reason of it, is that actually that's a week where, I hate saying about it, but it's a week where actually things are going to be cast in stones. And that's the reason why you're going to feel that emotional insecurity, because you ain't going to know how and why and when that casting in stones actually is going to manifest for you. But you are getting there. That's a week where you're going to set foot on a path that leads you at a destination you're meant to be. And this path, it does not tolerate certain, say, aspects of your life that you are clinging into, and they need to be let go of. They need to be relinquished. Thankfully, I don't have anything in Capricorn. Okay, next, Aquarius. I don't know if it is about Scorpio. I think it's about how you had your life. I mean, if you had your life in a way that you took care of yourself for the bigger portion of it, and you didn't rely on anyone, and you had no one to turn to in your darkest hours, why would you need anyone, right? I mean, how can you allow someone to tell you what to do? You know, where were they when you needed someone, right? So I think it's about experience rather than being Scorpio. The only thing, I'm going to say it once, the only thing that can tell me what to do, it's the law. Nothing else. Nine of Pentacles for Aquarius. Three of Pentacles. It's the Knight of Cups. It's a huge breakthrough for Aquarius, collective breakthrough. So what most likely is going to happen is that you're going to find the right support for development. Like, for example, you're going to find the right coach for your needs. Like, you're trying to build up muscle, you're going to find the right coach that's going to give you the necessary workout program for you to build the muscle you need. Or you kind of want to build up a business, and you're going to find the right advisor who will help you through yeah, they are profound, but my point was that they are a fruitful discussions how to build a business or even a cooperation. So you're going to find the right people for the job, all right? That's the point, or to help you do the job, so to speak, to guide you do the job. And this is going to make you do a huge leap into your development. Or, for example, if you want to save your marriage, that's the week where you're going to find the right couples therapist, for example, that will be the saving grace. And the inconvenience for you, Aquarius, is going to be that these shits ain't going to do by themselves, okay? I mean, yeah, they can point you at the direction, they can tell you what you need to do, but it's going to be a mighty toil, right? It's going to take a lot of effort. And when I say a lot of effort, I mean gargantuan effort on your behalf. So hopefully, even though I am a rising Aquarius, Pisces Moonbeam can validate it, I am a super lazy person, right? So hopefully you are like me, and you are willing to put the effort behind, because the rewards for that effort, although super inconvenient, because again, it's going to be toil, amazing results. You wouldn't believe how well things are going to turn out for you. That remains to be seen, Cinnamon Kiss. All right, Pisces. The Strength, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Pentacles. Nancy, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Nancy. I will put you into a list. That's a tough read. It's a tough read. you will have to play a role. That's one thing. It's kind of like, for example, you are in a situation where you just want to scream it out. Okay, you want to lay your soul, it is what we call it here in our country, where you just say things the way you think it, the way you think they should be said, or way you think in general, and let it be done with it. But you will not gonna do it because you will know that, for example, nothing good is gonna come out of it. Okay, so you are gonna bite your tongue, gnash your teeth, whatever you do, and you're just gonna push through it. Okay, so that's one thing. This is going to be a big inconvenience where you're gonna have to play a role, so you do not lose your job, so you do not say something you're gonna regret afterwards that you have said it, and so on and so forth. Now the other thing though, it's a bit more finicky. The other thing, how can I explain it? It's like one more thing on the plate that is, that, for example, not for example, but it is a that you can do without. Okay, so one more thing on the plate that you can do without. And the thing is that you're gonna like that one more thing. Okay, that one more project, for example. You're gonna like the project, but you can do without because you're gonna have a lot of things on your plate already. Okay. Or one more person to go out with. You're going to have plenty of people that are seeking your attention, for example, so you do not exactly going to need that one. And so that's going to be, again, one more thing that will simply devour time, and is going to devour energy, and is going to devour attention to a point where it's going to become inconvenience. Now, the good thing about the week is that whatever thrown your way, like challenges, especially difficult tasks, jobs, and so on, you are going to face with a lot of enthusiasm, and you're going to make a hell of a work here. What I mean is that you're going to make hell of progress in them. Hello, Danny. Welcome to the stream. All right, guys, that was for the 12th. And now, super chat. Let's give me a moment here. To make my preparations, and I'm starting to lose my voice. It's not a good thing. Oh, actually, it turned out to be none. It turned out to be nothing, Cinnamon Kiss. My gallbladder is, you know, cleaner than my house, obviously. And my liver is fine, my spleen is fine, my pancreas is fine, my stomach is fine, everything is super clean. In fact, my kidneys are clean, which I was asking, you know, the doctor, because doctors here are doing the echo, right? So are you looking at the right place, mate? I mean, I am doing a stones. I mean, I am a stone manufacturer. And he said, yeah, I mean, you do have like two kind of like 2 or 3 sand particles in it, you know, the super small stones. But other than that, you don't have any stones in your kidneys. And I was saying, am I the right person then? Because I have stones for 20 years now. And everything is clean. And funny thing is that I don't have that feeling anymore. So I don't know what it was. Hey, Taco. It kind of feels, yeah. It kind of feels. I mean, I do have a really nice time now due Saturn retrograde. Well, Cinnamon Kiss, I don't find it that amazing because there was something wrong with me and I feel that it was a big issue, okay? And now is underlining issue. Now is something that it is hidden and it is beneath the surface because that feeling ain't caused from nothing, okay? It was a substantial feeling like someone is pressing against your abdominal, and that is a substantial feeling, you know. So something with their fingers is pressing, and it is a hard press. It's nothing to be trifled with. And now it's gone, but something caused it. It blows your mind, eh? For now, use the phone. Taco Man, thank you so much for the $77.77. Thank you, Taco. Oh man. I mean, that for a weekly reading is quite a lot, mate. I mean, I will do you three runs with the cards, but I don't know if they're gonna show. I mean, the first one, yeah, is gonna show some substantial. Maybe the second one, but the third one, I don't think that is gonna say something substantial. Because otherwise it's going to be super packed week, and if it shows something substantial, and we rarely have those. Well, mate, you are taking care of yourself. It is what I have noticed. When you say we're doing dinner, you know, or these kind of like funicky cuisines that you're doing with your wife, and that's super nice. I mean, you are taking care of yourself. You are looking out for yourself, man. I mean, I admire that kind of people. My brother is like that, but for me, I just, you know, eat whatever is the first thing on the menu. I don't even I don't have, how can I put it into words? I don't have the nerves to cook, because when I kind of like come up to the idea that I'm gonna eating, I am famished at that point. And even tonight, okay, I went out to cook for myself dinner, but I was so hungry. I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna buy myself pizza," because I just don't have the patience and the nerves to cook. Yeah, one can say that for certain. Well, that's great, Taco. That's great. I am doing the same thing. I'm eating one time a day. One time a day it is that I'm eating. All right, Yasmin, those are the cards that you have. They will affect your love life. Okay, and these are gonna be new experiences in your love life which are going to enrich your love life. Okay, and can I put it into words, Yasmin? Well, let's put it that way. Once you open up that door, I ain't closing it. Okay, because for what it seems, you will be pretty fond of those experiences in your love life. Okay, pretty fond of them. And it will be at least for the next few weeks or even months. That's going to be an experience that is going to be very sought after by yourself. Okay. But other than that, those experiences, they are going to, I can't really say stabilize because, you know, your relationship could be stable right now, but kind of like consolidate, solidify is the word that I'm searching for, your relationship. Okay. Or your love life. So that is what the week is going to be for you. And the inconvenience, if we're following the general topic, obviously new experiences, feeling a bit awkward at the start, you know, trying it out and whatnot. Wow, Taco. Well, your crutch would have cost a lot then. Every woman would have wanted you at that point. If Saturn actually turned out to influence you that way. Hell, I would have wanted you with those diamonds. All right, Jasmine. You have a friend. With your first question, you have a friend. Is there a potential for something more? Now, there can be something more, right? Now, those are your cards. There can be something more, but just neither of you is ready yet. Okay, and can I put it into words? There is a quite a substantial understanding or difference in the righteousness, and until this is cleared out, neither of you is gonna have is gonna be ready for moving forward into something more. What I mean is the foundation that you are going, you can start that relationship at this point is going to be quite shaky, and I don't see it lasting if you push it into that direction. So friendship, for now, at least for, you know, a month or two more, is more advisable. I mean, you are doing good progress being a friend with that person. Keep on pushing into that direction, at least for now, until you synchronize the sense of self-righteousness and your agendas as well. Well, cinnamon kiss, if you cannot kind of like wipe the floor with someone from the gym, I don't know where you can find a man, girl. I mean, it's... Well, yeah, self-righteousness, what I mean is that, you know, things that you consider that you are entitled to in a relationship, like, for example, respect and attitude and whatnot, are not exactly the things that he thinks he is entitled to or you are entitled to in one relationship. So that is the difference in entitlement, if I may put it that way. All right, and the next one, it is when your roommate is about to leave. So, for example, you may think that while you are in a relationship with someone, that's good, but you are entitled to your, you know, your personal life, while he may not think that if you are with someone, you do not have a right to personal life. And until you synchronize those things, it's just, it's going to be more difficult than it should be. I don't think that he is living anytime soon. He or she, though. No, I don't think that they are living anytime soon. Those are the cards. Okay? Those are the cards. And according to these cards, for the conditions, it's a perfect place. Okay? For example, the location is relatively perfect for them. The money for the place are perfect for them. The roommate is good for them as well. So they told you 2 years, but if it is up to them, they would stay there for more. Okay, so I don't think that, according to these cards, yeah, Jasmine, that person is there to stay. Because for now, they can't go anywhere else. That's another thing that they may have not disclosed to you, but for now, they can't go anywhere else. Cinnamon Kiss, you ain't gonna preach poems, you're gonna have sex. Okay, so they don't need to say anything, all right? Anything interesting, so to speak. Brains are essential for you, eh? Okay. So you're, what was it? Sapiosexual? Is that how people who are attracted to intellect are called? You're welcome, Jasmine. Oh, you know what, Cinnamon Kiss? People are getting very excited when the Lovers card fall into their reading, and it's kind of like they're saying, oh my God, you know, you're going to have such a good love life. One thing you need to know about the Lovers card and the lesson that it teaches us is that we can't have everything. You eventually have to settle for something, okay? Hey, Christina. All right, next, Anna. Because I don't know, maybe you do have it in England as well and everywhere around the world, but here in my country we do have the triangle, okay? And on every tip you have three tips on the triangle, and on one of the tip stays rich, on the other tip it stays smart, and on the third tip it stays beautiful. You can have only a line from that triangle. What I mean is that if it is rich and smart, ain't gonna be beautiful. If it is beautiful and rich, ain't gonna be smart. If it is smart and beautiful, ain't gonna be rich. Okay, so you can have only a line from the triangle. You can't have it all. Christina, thank you for the $5. Thank you. Let me put you into the list. Yeah, I saw it. No worries. Oh, only one question, Christina. Do you want it for Carter or for finances? All right, Anna. Oh, career. Okay. Not Carter, but career. All right, Anna. Those are the cards. So this week, someone that kind of cares for you, okay, is gonna clear a path. So it will create good opportunities for you, okay? Long story short, it's gonna help you. Now, the problem is that the more they do so, the more dependent you are gonna grow to that person. But whatever kind of like predicaments you're facing now, that person can deal with those predicaments in a blink of an eye. They can simply get the job done, all right? They can simply push your things through. So now whether you allow that person to do so or not, it's entirely up to you, all right? But just so you know, the more you rely on them, the more independence you lose, okay? and the more severe consequences that will have on your personal life. Well, cinnamon kiss, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. Most likely. Most likely, Anna, because if you have a personal issue, it could be related to the personal issue as well. But the moment that week you hear, I can deal with this, or do you need any help? Know that any of which is going to start taking away from your independence. Well, if you're happy being single, then by all means. All right, Christina, thank you for the background. You say I'm 40 like you are 80. I mean, I've heard that 40s are the best years in thy life. So, all right, Mattia, those are your cards. It's about your health and improvement in health in general. That is like enforcing something on yourself that is going to improve your health. That is what you need to know, that in the month of July you're gonna have to do that, whether a workout regime, whether a diet, right, or whether some kind of a treatment, if you will have to enforce on yourself, because it's going to be inconvenient to say the least. But for what the cards are showing, that will improve drastically your health. And there is going to be a consultation about it. Okay, so that's not going to come up just by you researching it. There is going to be a consultation with whether a dietitian, a nutritionist, I'm sorry, or a physician or something like that. But you can expect a drastic improvement there, but also the treatment is going to be radical as well. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of sweat and blood from your quote unquote from your behalf. That is what you need to know for July. Nancy. General weekly reading. I am almost 42. I mean. I am 38. But I feel great. You're welcome. Seven years now, Cinnamon Kiss. It's a record in my life. I'd say a damn record. 7 years. I guess everything's possible in this life. Uh, those are your cards, Nancy. It's a phone call that you are gonna get. Why would you say that? Grandma in the room. No, you aren't. All right, so phone call, Nancy. Which should have happened. Okay, so that's a phone call that is a bit delayed. And it's but still not late enough. And that's gonna be a phone call. How it's about a cash in. What I mean, it's about a siphoning some kind of rewards. I don't know how to put it into words. Manifesting, okay, manifesting some kind of rewards. And this phone call is going to be quite unorthodox. What I mean is that it's going to talk about things that must be done in order those rewards to start flooding in, like for example a cash flow that under traditional and normal circumstances you wouldn't resort to that. But for example, the money are gonna be, or the prestige is gonna be too good now, and you are going to consider kind of like a doing it one time, this time around. Okay, so be on a watch out for that. It could not be a phone call, it could be through chat messages, email, least likely. Why blind? All right, Taco. Well, what can I say, Cinemonkeys? If you are saying you ain't flirty, now imagine what kind of a how flirty I am being 7 years single. And just you're welcome, Nancy. Women can't handle me, I guess, because like I said, if you think that I'm gonna do what you're saying, you have another thing coming. I do as I please. The only thing that can tell me what to do can put a frame. of my capabilities is the law. And so, as per that statement, I guess blindness it is. Funny thing though, I don't know why you say that. That's the I am scared from few things, okay, or about few things, and blindness is one of them. I mean, I can't imagine not having a sight. That's gonna be one of the worst things that can happen to anyone. So I do not hold the record, you say. All right, Taco, those are your first Lenormand cards. That these are the tarot from them, and unfortunately, they show that you will be betrayed from an elder, whether your mother or whether your father will try to take control over. Over what? I cannot say, but they will try to take control over. And put some rules that you will have to be upheld to. That could not work out. Okay, putting out the rules may not work out, but the treachery of just attempting to do so is gonna be there. That's the first thing. Now let's see what's the second. All right, those are your Lenormand cards here. Those four. Good night, Mattia. And those are the tarot cards. Okay. So this thing is manifesting in your love life, in your marriage, and cumulatively say, because there isn't much to be said about it. Okay. Aside from that, this week, your wife, whether through actions or whether just gonna tell you how much she actually loves you, and through it you will be reminded, I mean, you will remind yourself how much actually your I would say it that way, love life means to you in terms of happiness and how much contributes to your happiness. Okay? So you can expect that this is going to be a really good week for your marriage. And the third thing, those are the cards, the Lenormand cards. It's a friend. They show a friend, a really beneficial friend. No, it's not about money. Well, it could be. Those are cards, the tarot cards. Okay. So, I'm going to put it that way. I think it's a friend, but it's possible to be a loyal companion. A loyal companion that is going to happen to be a support to you, a very successful support, which is going to make a possibility. Wow, man. I'm so happy for you both. You know what? I'm just gonna kind of like insert that here. Throughout my career as a tarot reader, people are coming up with personal issues, primarily, relationship issues and whatnot. And kind of like when I lose myself into it, I kind of like lose hope that I'm asking myself, where is the love? And then I go and visit my parents. I see that still exists. They can fight with each other and whatnot, but I can just see how much they love each other. And it seems that you do have the same thing as well. I don't know if it's about the attorney. You are paying to that attorney. But in any case, that's going to be a loyal companion, again, that is going to make a possibility by giving you the know-how. So it's like a recipe of a success that is going to give you. Well, it seems that the right person came for you rather quickly, mate. Because, I'm waiting for a very long time now. Yeah, but you are 7 years single since you were 18, or I'm 7 years single since I was 31. Now that's a different story. And that's another thing. How do I know that it's the right one? I cinnamon kiss. I don't know what you say about the single people. As being single, it's like having a shitty partner for bridge. It is just the same thing. If you are single or having a shitty partner for bridge, you better have a strong hand then. if you want to reach satisfaction. All right, News Devon. You want to know what's coming your way? So it's a Lenormand reading. No, they can't. They can tell if it is a good fit or not, but whether it is the one, the Tarot philosophy does not support this statement. Tarot philosophy is like this: if you are meant to be happy, you are going to be happy, whether you're going to be happy with Laurel, or whether you're going to be happy with Krista, or whether you're going to be happy with I don't know, Sonia. You are going to be happy with someone, right? So you can fit with a lot of people. All right, News Devon. Those are the cards. And what's coming your way are resources, most likely money, financial kind of like increase that will allow you to postpone and delay something. Okay, that will allow you to create a breather, so to speak. That's what's coming your way this week. And Christina, about your job, about your work, about your career, we do have Five of Pentacles. Okay, so because you put a background there, and I don't know if you're expecting to for me to make a choice for you, whether you go for the Hollywood one job or whether you go back to the real estate. The Eight of Pentacles, it's a card where points you toward the field where you're most experienced and prepared for, and the field where you are gonna do your job with bigger conscientiousness, so to speak. But the preparation is the key here. The field that you're most prepared for, that's the one you go for. Other than that, the card shows that when it comes to your career, at least for the next 1 year, you shall stay with a job. So you are not gonna see a dry period where you don't have a chance to make a living. And it's gonna be a good living. Okay, you go real estate, client after client, deal after deal, you're always gonna have a flow. You go for the Hollywood, same thing. You will have a job there. I mean, you're gonna have all the time. You're gonna be employed under the influence of the Eight of Pentacles for as long as you are doing your job with a conscientiousness and you do have a keen eye for the details. So your job needs to be immaculate. And so with that said, guys, this is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your generosity as well. And hopefully we're going to see each other next time. Until then, bye.